Good evening, Rush Nation. Welcome to the 5 Yard Rush NFL podcast. I am your host, the Joel Hewitt, the 4,913th fastest person over 13.1 miles in Leeds this weekend. And I'm here with Alex, the other one, Kelsey, the woods for the trees, and Pete, the off-season champion, Amelia. How you doing, boys?
Cushy. Oh, good. Thanks, Steve. You after a couple of weeks off.
Yes, and yes, as you can tell, I'm wearing the blue and yellow of the Leeds Rhinos, and I guess Leeds United as well. No one cares. I suffered my way through a half marathon at the weekend, so I have to tell everybody that will listen, and some that won't. Some at hostage, some at gunpoint, some at the bank. Some now that are tuned in going, you got me. I didn't really care about that, but here it is.
Some co-hosts.
Some co-hosts, but not all. Just some. Oh, are we excited to have some actual NFL news to talk about? Big week. Don't want to spoil the topic of the show, but it's titled The Who's Who of Who's Facing Who and When, for an obvious reason. It's schedule release week that somehow NFL media have turned into an absolute circus over the past few years. I love it. I love it so much. Not the actual schedules, I don't care. I want to know what the UK games are, and that's about it. But what I do love is the fortnight that it takes. Sorry, people in America, that's 2 weeks, not just a game where people chuck pickaxes at each other. The 2 weeks where they just absolutely go, oh, this game, it could be on a Thursday. I'm like, what? It could be. It might. Who knows? This might be on Christmas. Not that makes any difference to anybody. So yeah, the NFL media, just absolutely brilliant, and not to be left out. We're joining in with that, and we do have a little bit of news as well. Before we do, Alex, how are you, mate? You okay?
I'm absolutely wonderful. I am shocked and appalled that you don't actually know what Fortnite is and have never played it. And
I've played Fortnite. All right, I have a battle royale under my on my CV. All right, I was dressed as Thor. If you go to, I think I deactivated my Twitter, so it's no longer there. But it was one of my pinned things. Like, I won duos, me and my clone Chris. We did it. And yeah, I just forgot the premise. I know there's pickaxes and stuff. I haven't played in many years, but yeah, it's more about taking the Michael out of the Americans for not knowing what a fortnight is.
Yeah, and, absolutely. Just have colloquialisms, please, for the love of God.
Great word. Where do they colloquialism?
If you can use it 5 times during this podcast, I'll be amazed.
5 more,
obviously, yeah.
Because we've already managed to use it twice.
True.
So just be careful. All right, let's jump into some news before we get too crazy. Hit the button, Joel. Oh, I didn't hit the right button. Hold on, this button.
Yes, sir. News from the underground.
And he cuts his audience in half with his expert. This is why we need a producer on the show, so I don't have to do all of the hard work. Alex, go on. You've written the number one news story that you're just busting to tell people. Go for it, mate.
Yeah, the NFL refs have agreed a 7-year collective bargaining agreement with the NFL. So that's the NFL Referees Association have agreed a 7-year bargaining agreement. The original one that was in place at this present moment would have run out on May 31st. So we would have had replacement referees like we had back in 2012, which would have been catastrophic for the actual league, because it would not be very good for anyone there. It would be utterly terrible. But they've agreed it. It's 7 years. 7 years is better than nothing. So we will take it.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, just briefly before we started, that the last time this happened, and it wasn't successful, was 2012. Jesus Christ, mate! You angry at your keyboard?
Are you good? Wow.
There he is. Yeah, so 2012 was the last time this happened, and we had the replacement refs. I thought we were going to end up with it again. That was the big fear, because that was an incredibly shoddy season. Alex, you were just a wee boy back then, but it was not good.
I mean, I'd finished school and was 18 years old, so I mean, no, I wasn't a wee boy. But like both of you were probably in your 30s and having lives. I was out 3 times a week, but both of you probably would have also been out 3 times a week, knowing the pair of you in your 30s.
Absolutely living at large. Yeah, me and Pete were notorious for it. Pete, are you happy that the referees came to an agreement, mate?
Oh, so happy! It's been overwhelming my senses and my thoughts and prayers. Yeah, so I can sleep easy now. So that's good. But still,
the main thing that they wanted out of the agreement, and this is what makes me giggle. It has not gone through officially, because the NFL and them managed to work it out. But they wanted licensing agreement.
But like just sell jerseys.
Yeah, like sell jerseys, like likenesses.
I said stick them in Madden. That's great. At the beginning, you're like, and our referee today is Ed Hockley. That's the only name I remember. I don't remember any. The other ones don't at me. Like, but yeah, jersey sales, brilliant.
Just think, like that's the peak of referees nowadays. Oh yeah, we want loads of money. Okay, that's fine. Have loads of money because your job's really hard and it's really difficult and stuff. But yeah, we want licensing agreements.
Cut the merch, please.
They saw that sweet Kalina money that he used to get for being the front cover of Pro Evo Soccer like 20 years ago.
Hey, he was in the most recent World Cup advert, I believe, with it was Mike Supreme. Come on, you know the guy, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh yeah. There
you go. So dude's still making bank off of his weird giant bald eagle head. So maybe they've got the right idea. But moving on to somebody who's actually getting some money. Breece Hall shocks everybody by extending his life with the Jets by 3 years and making an extra $45.75 million, making him the 3rd highest paid running back in the league behind McCaffrey and Barkley. When this happened to Jonathan Taylor on the Colts, I got my tinfoil hat on and I was all, what they've done is they've gone, JT, hear me out. We're going to give you a ludicrous contract. You don't want to play here, but when we trade you, they have to pay you that money. And I think, you know, that part of me is kind of like the weird kind of like backroom chats that happen there. And Breece Hall could be part of that. Or, you know, he's just gone, I guess I'm stuck here. And he's just taking the money.
I mean, did you see his tweet afterwards when he did it? He said, I've cried for the first time since I tore my ACL. This day really hit different for me, man. So it sounds like a guy that's actually happy to be there. Like the only person that's happy to be a Jet. I mean, we're assuming he cried because he's happy. He might not. It could have been for the same reason.
That sounds like the last time I felt like this. I was in so much pain. I'm stuck in New York forever.
The two things that like spring out to you from this is one, obviously, he's one of the New York Jets that got a second contract. That's so rare. Like the Jets don't give second contracts out. They normally just exactly. They normally just ship him out. So like the fact that he's agreed to this is mad. But the other thing that is like strange is that he famously said to the Jets he didn't want to play on the franchise tag, didn't he? Like he was like, I'm not being tagged. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be tagged. And the tag this year was $15 million for a running back. So essentially, he signed 3 franchise tags.
That's not the point. It doesn't say franchise tag. Okay.
But,
in fact, he signed 3 franchise tags, but really, the next year's franchise tag and the one after will probably mean more money. So if he signed a franchise tag this year and then wasn't.
Exactly. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a massive thing now, 45 million. But like next year, when the franchise takes 18 for a running back, Brees Hall immediately becomes tradable.
Yeah, it does.
Actually,
Which is
that
clever.
he's
to be
saved
fair.
3 million. Yeah.
So like,
It's interesting because we talked about it when they had that fire sale, didn't we? And they got rid of everybody, and it was just burn it down. It's like you've got all of these young, talented, premium position players that you're trading away. Why are you keeping your running back? And it never made sense then. But they weren't interested. It was that Will Smith coming home gift, wasn't it? Just looking around the empty house. I still don't understand the logic. He's a very, very good player. He's worth it for the money. For where they are in this build, I find it unusual. But who knows? I could be wrong. There's so much change in the NFL year to year. I might be wrong, but I still find it peculiar.
Sky blue, grass green. The Jets will be a terrible franchise. I don't think you're going to be wrong on this one.
If you look at their like big four, yes, Geno Smith is an idiot, and everything that goes wrong in the world is his fault. Like,
his words, not ours, by the way.
No. Of course. Like he said, it's all my fault. All of it's my fault. So we've taken it literally and got Geno. Everything in the world is your fault. Like I stubbed my toe yesterday. Immediately, I went, Geno Smith, you son of a. Like
knees went during the half marathon. The one that that I went, Geno. I should have known.
Geno.
I should have known.
There you go. It's now my new curse phrase. Instead of going, Jesus Christ, or something like that. Or like, no, it's Geno Smith, because it's Geno's fault. All of it's Geno's fault. But Geno aside, their like first three of Kenyon Sadiq at tight end, Brees Hall at running back, and Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. That is tasty.
It is. But Garrett
Imagine
Wilson's
what
coming
Aaron
off.
Rodgers could do there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Garrett Wilson's, if he's been affected by the injury, because he missed 11 games last year. But I assume he'll be fine. But yeah, it is on paper. It should be good, but it's the Jets.
Still is. God bless him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, yeah, why not? Steelers kicker Boswell. Is it Kyle Boswell?
Chris
Boswell. Thank you. 4 years, 28 million, tied with Cowboys kicker. You put Aubrey. What's Brand?
It's Brandon. You were going to say Brandon. You were going to say Brandon. You were so close. You were going to say Brandon Aubrey.
Oh, this is when you know it's the off season. I can't name kickers' first names. They're gone. Not until I start like my fantasy drafts am I going to get a kicker first name. Okay. I probably should have just left them out, but yeah. So he's almost making running back money, is what I'm seeing here. Good effort. Oh, bless him. But more importantly, Alex, go on, give us number 4. What's happened there?
David Njoku is a Charger, everybody.
I assume that's kind of like what y'all do.
Yeah, he's signed a 1-year deal worth up to $8 million, which is very intriguing because the minimum for a veteran is $8 million, but he's not signed the actual $8 million. It's just up to $8 million, which is very, very weird and very strange, which probably means he's not going to do a lot and he might get 450 yards and 3 touchdowns or something like that. But if McDaniel can do bits with Darren Waller, and we made a lot of this last season when Darren Waller came back to Miami.
Sure did.
Like, if he can make bits with Darren Waller, because Darren Waller ended up with 9 touchdowns in that like little period that he was Miami Dolphin. If he could do that
3-4 weeks that was.
Exactly.
Was.
It was unreal. Like we were like, is he comeback player of the year? Is he like the best thing ever? What is going on here? Like,
we spent like a whole podcast talking him up, and then he proved us right. We're finger on the pulse here.
And then, like after 3 weeks, he just nosedived and completely went absolutely nowhere else. And we moved on to other things, but we were right about Darren Waller, and we'll be right about David Njoku. The Chargers tight end room now is stacked. There's like 4 or 5 guys that are there. Charlie Kolar's been going all over social media for just his love of the game and how he's describing things at press conferences. The fact that he turned up in barefoot as well, because he'd literally just come from the changing rooms for his press conference. He hadn't fully got changed. It was just like, oh, I need to go. And then starts talking about blocking.
No time for flip-flops. Go.
Nothing. Just turn up barefoot and then starts talking about blocking in the third downs and how he needs to get to the ball and needs that line. So there. Yeah, I think we talked about off-pod that Gladstone's an absolute star, and he's a stunner. So 3 tight ends that can actually do things is going to be great. The question about it is, does the offensive coordinator and the head coach actually use tight ends? That's kind of there. That's not what they're known for. Well, you should do. You should do, but it's a little bit difficult to see how he reacts with Justin, because Justin's not there yet. Like he's in his fiance Madison Beer's music videos instead.
Good effort, mate. Can't fault
that. I find this one quite interesting. I really like Njoku. He's one of the best players in the Browns. He was wasted there. But what blew my mind most out of all of this when this came about was that Njoku was a Brown for 9 years. In my head, he'd been like drafted 4 or 5 years, or 2017 he was drafted. That I couldn't get my head around that. And he's genuinely a fantastic tight end. And obviously Jim will have got the Jim does use his tight ends, but he generally uses them more for blocking because he's kind of run first, isn't he? So he'll want to create lanes and then be an outlet if that play breaks down. But I'm surprised it was only 1 year, $8 million. Probably the age tied into that, because I thought he's worth more than that to a team. So I think they've got a steal there. I really do. Probably just
speaking of people who are worth 1 year, $8 million. Go on, Alex.
The Viking. I've put the Vikings sink, but no, it is the Vikings sign Juwan Jennings.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, the Vikings signed tight end Juwan Jennings, 1 year, $8 million. It can possibly rise to 10. Obviously, Juwan Jennings has previously been a 49er, so he traded San Francisco for the chilliness of Minnesota, where he will fit in immediately. And I'm a little bit confused about it, because I don't really understand why they would let someone as productive and not injured as Juwan Jennings leave.
Yeah, it's peculiar to me. But you do think the Vikings now, that wide receiver room is ridiculous. It's Juwan Jennings is your third.
Good. It's now my Madden team. Like, I'm just going down. I'm starting as a rookie QB. I will throw it to every single person on the field.
Yeah, just Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, all the sons, and then Juwan Jennings.
The
he
Viking
better get that on
theme,
his shirt.
Svensson, Hansen. Yeah. So yeah, they're in keeping. But actually, just as a quick aside, because we were talking tight ends a minute ago, Pete, when I say Jimmy Graham, what team do you think of?
I think of the Saints.
Oh, come on, man.
Alex, do you want to tell Pete? In fact, no, Alex, Pete, who's the second team you would think of if you were thinking of Jimmy Graham?
No, that's
the
not fair for him.
Third team who you might think of.
Chicago Bears.
Fourth team that you might think of if you were thinking of Jimmy Graham. Was there a fourth team, you ask yourself?
Yeah.
Alex, genuinely, we were talking about tight ends before you showed up, and I was talking about Jimmy Graham, and he was like, what, the guy who played for Green Bay? And he did for 1 year in 2018.
Who knew?
For some reason, he was like Green Bay legend, Jimmy Graham. And I was like, play for the Saints, mate. He's like, no, he Googled it. So cool. so Alex is fired anyway. Everybody enjoy Alex's last show. Yes, so in 2018, Jimmy Graham played for Green Bay. I didn't even know that. And Pete, you had the order right. It goes Saints, Seahawks, Bears, and then nothing else.
Wow.
Speaking of nothing else, QB Tyler Heineke
Heineke.
retired from football. Obviously, came undrafted. Did he retire or did he just not get a job?
Both.
Yeah.
The last job that he had was in August 2025, where he was one of the backups at the Chargers, and then obviously we didn't resign him, so he went a year without a job, and then is now retired because he's not getting a job anywhere else. But he was an
Some
undrafted
might say
QB.
he retired a year ago when he didn't get any work, but that's the pessimist in me. Well, Taylor, if you ever want to come on a podcast, mate, all the other players are doing their own. You should just come to one that's established already. Tens of viewers every week. You're welcome to join us. He's probably watching. He understands. He gets it.
I think he would give us 11 viewers instead of 10. I think his wife would at least tune in.
Oh, maybe a few of his extended family would join. That'd be cool. It's rough in the off season, ladies and gents. No real good segue here, but a story I'm interested in because in my dynasty team, I have Travis Hunter, and Liam Cohen says that he's still going to play both sides.
Sounds like a euphemism.
Yeah, it's conflicting because the defensive coordinator for the Jaguars said earlier on in the offseason, before the draft, that we're no longer dealing with him. He's just going to be a wide receiver. So then Liam Cohen's gone, well, hang on a minute. No, he's going to play both sides like we drafted him to. So somebody's lying to me.
Yeah. It's still one of the more perplexing stories, isn't it? Because he was the wide receiver one and the cornerback one in their own right last year. He's such a talented player. And now the difficulty, obviously, is trying to learn both of them. And it can be really complicated because particularly Liam Cohen's offense, giving him very simple packages where you can place him there, but being a full-time starter is going to be difficult, all ends up. But it certainly helps him as an IDP cornerback in IDP leagues, if he's still got that.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I'm excited to see him try out on the field. Potentially get out to see one of the UK games, and seeing the Jags have played two of them, very possibly get to see him. And I would like to see him both, catch a ball on either side of the thing. It's a cool little sideshow. I'd get a Travis Hunter jersey just for that alone.
Yeah, if you went to the game where he scored a touchdown defensively and offensively, that would be incredible.
Look at that. Yeah, money. And Pete, I assume you added this last one, so let's get some Indianapolis Bears thoughts. Thoughts on Bears.
No, I just thought it was quite funny that the Bears in the last 2 weeks had 2 players retire before ever playing a game.
Incredible.
So Zay Frazier was a 5th-round cornerback that they picked last year, and he missed all of the season with kind of personal issues. It wasn't ever really disclosed what it was, and we still don't know what it was, but he didn't play any of the season. It only came out shortly after the draft. And then I think it was last week, they cut him and just said he's not where he needs to be on his trajectory, so we're going to cut him. We don't know what it is. Hope he's getting better and getting the help that he needs, because obviously it's not to come in there, and the opportunity that was there for him, was really excited to see him play. To never get to play a game is really rough. The other one is an undrafted free agent called Squirrel White, which is a banging name.
Have they robbed us of Squirrel White?
Yeah, wide receiver. And he did the rookie mini camp for a week and then retired from the NFL. So I'm going to take this opportunity now, having played the same number of games as Squirrel White, to announce my retirement from the NFL.
Oh, Pete, don't do that. You've got some years left in you.
I'm just concerned about the ongoing concussions. So,
do I get a compensatory draft pick in our fantasy league, seeing as I had you at kicker?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I assume you'll make the Ring of Honor for the old boys. And yeah, good to see you there. And that was Indianapolis chat. Thoughts and Bears. I'm a little radio voice. I might steal Alex's radio job one of these days. On to topic of the week. Nailed it that time, didn't I? Straight away, bam. Didn't miss the transition at all. And here we are, topic of the show / week, whatever I say at the time. The who's who of who's facing who and when. Obviously, we're like recording a show 2 days before the schedule release, which is the only news we're talking about at the moment. So we've decided to do exactly what I mocked the rest of the NFL media for doing, and just come up with wild like accusations and things. I say accusations, that seems like a strange one, but one of you put together a few questions, which is quite nice, and then I've been doing some sleuthing as to who I think will be in the UK games. And it's quite interesting to try and like whittle that one down. I like to play it each year and work out what's going on. So, Pete, did you add the questions into the
yes?
show? Okay,
yes.
I'll let you lead the questions then. We don't like.
Okay. Week 1, opening game of the season, as is always the case. The reigning Super Bowl champions play at home. So this year, obviously, that is the Seattle Seahawks, and they're playing on a Wednesday, not a Thursday. Because on Thursday, there is a game in Australia, the first of the international series. So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday, the opening week. So of their 9 possible home opponents, which are Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, Cowboys, Giants, Chiefs, Chargers, Bears, and Patriots, who do you think it will be? And why?
So we're doing a bit of whittling. I knew that the Cowboys Giants had agreed to be the Sunday night banger, because that also reminded me of when we were talking about the utter waste of not having them in prime time last year, and it was a banger that we managed to get like in the after. Well, it's 6 o'clock here. Beautiful. Anyway, so we get to miss that one, so that already knocked those off. I initially said the Niners because I think that division rivalry is a good one. And then one of you stepped in and pointed out that the Rams-Niners are playing in Australia the following day. So that's probably unlikely to happen. I can see from our list here that the Chiefs are down for the Monday Night Football, are they, for week 1?
Yeah, playing the Broncos.
Okay, fair enough. So that leaves us Chargers, Bears, Patriots, and the one that I've gone with, just for a laugh, the Arizona Cardinals. I am not going to dunk on the Cardinals this year. I am going to support them in their future endeavors. And look, I want to believe that they made a good move here and there. They probably didn't, but I think having a divisional game is a good one. And also, I don't think the Seahawks are even maybe close to repeating this year. So it will look very good for NFL media if the Super Bowl champions absolutely smash a team in their opener, having raised the banner and the Lombardi and all of that stuff. So I have gone with the Arizona Cardinals. Go Cards.
Nice. What about you, Alex?
I completely agree with your pick. As it says your name against it. I completely agree with that pick. Spoilers. I completely agree with that pick of the New England Patriots, because they try and slam a Super Bowl rematch early on, don't they? Yeah. And it normally is that they try and slam. So I think that it probably will be that. Joel's got
Let me tell you why that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because they don't want Vrabel and all of his headlines being the talk of the first game of the season.
Yeah, no.
Schedule's out, blah, blah, blah. It's the Patriots who are having coach troubles versus the Seahawks. And you've then got to drag out this entire thing again, or we play the hits. And it finally settles down, but then 4 weeks before the season kicks off, we're back into Vrabel and his marriage troubles and all of that. And I don't think that the Patriots want that. Well, I don't think the Patriots want that, but I don't think the NFL wants that in prime time. I knew one of you was going to pick the Patriots, so I held that little tidbit of information to drop that bomb on you there.
Can we just pivot to the Patriots for 1 minute? I think a couple of weeks ago we said this, but I feel like we need to reiterate it. Stop caring. Who cares?
There is that.
Giving a damn. It is fixed. Stop it. Like a man cheated on his wife very publicly for a long period of time. 2 married people in this world, and I'm going to be one third. This is not cool. It's not funny. Let's move on.
And that's why they're not playing the opening game.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know, it's a valid point. I'd not even considered that. And how it's tackled on ESPN on the day would be interesting as well. With obviously Rossini out of the building. So, yeah, at this point, though, it just as a little aside, I think there might be more pictures of those two kissing than there are pictures of me with my wife. Because they just keep getting leaked every single day.
Kiss. We've been mates for like 20 years, and I don't think I've seen you and the Mrs. Off-Season Champion ever kiss. So, yeah, you're probably
purely
correct.
Platonic. Yeah, a
crisp high five never goes amiss, though. You're good at it. There's one thing we like.
It's a clever way to make children.
And I just steal them. So, assuming that the Patriots aren't going to be that, and look, the Cardinals probably won't be. Clearly, the two elephants in the room are the two teams that you two idiots support. The Chargers and the Bears were right there. Okay. They set this up. I think it'll be the Bears.
Schefter's is actually reporting that he thinks it's the Bears as well. So he thinks it's like a 95% chance that it's probably going to be the Bears that are there. And there's logic to that. They are box office, and it'll make an interesting game as well. I think it's two good teams that didn't play each other and didn't get. Also, the Super Bowl was kind of rubbish this year. It was very, very one-sided, wasn't it?
It was over.
Mainly because the Patriots couldn't hold up. The Bears O-line should. It should be much better. So it would make a really interesting game. I think now you've said that about Vrabel, I'm with you. I think it's going to be the Bears. Yeah.
As long as it's not us, I don't care.
It's just don't want the Chargers on that Wednesday night. You don't want that long 10-day break.
What I don't want is everybody going, oh, look, like, great, look how good the Seahawks are. Or, oh, my God, look, Justin Herbert's not clicking with another offensive coordinator. Or the run game didn't work again for the Chargers. Or, oh, my God, there's 2 offensive line injuries already, week 1. Like, I don't want any of that. No. Go away.
You want to be buried in the red zone news cycle.
Absolutely. I want the 9 o'clock, the late game of Sunday. And we'll go through the rest of who you would like to face in week 1. But I want it buried in week 1, Sunday, where no one is watching anything and no one gives a damn. And it's just me, like, watching it, focusing completely. That's all I want.
Incredible. So, I guess you alluded to that. I'm going to step in a bit of this one. So, who would you like your team to face week 1? Obviously, Bears fan, Chargers fan, Saints fan. Alex, go on. Let's just roll straight into you after your solitary 9 p.m. kickoff. Maybe a 9:05, a 9:25. You never know.
Yeah,
who do you want the Chargers?
Give me the Falcons.
Love that.
Just can we talk like the Falcons? It's going to be like...
No one cares.
No one cares. No one gives a damn about that. Like, no one cares about...
I'm going to add a cherry to this. Away at the Falcons.
Oh, even better. Even
You've
better.
never seen such terrible looking broadcast than you have any game that is at Atlanta. It is washed out and looks horrible. No one's paying attention.
Even better. And the Chargers will win 17-6. And no one gives a damn. No one cares. Like, if this was England, it would be the last game on Match of the Day. That's what I want. That's all I want. I want that from to week 4 till Mike and Justin have figured each other out, and then we go on a run and start being ballers again. That's all I want. I don't care about the rest of this early stuff. Football doesn't start until after Thanksgiving, boys. What are we doing? No, calm down.
That's a great reason, to be fair. Just I want it to be dull. I want no nonsense, just nothing to really. I don't want a single headline. Not like they're Super Bowl contenders, they're trash. They're just and you know the news. The Chargers won. Anyway, thanks everybody.
Legitimately, week 1, I want week 1 when we do the podcast, I want you waxing lyrical about Tyler Shook for 10 minutes in a Saints corner. Pete to go on 25 minutes about how the Seahawks defense is now garbage because it couldn't get past the Bears O-line, and his quarterback was able to just cook. And then you guys go, yeah, Alex, you got anything to add? And I'm just like, we won. Who cares? Move on, please. And that'd be my perfect week.
It's raining cats and dogs. Thanks, Ollie. Pete, in baffling turn of events, do you want to tell us who you wanted your week 1 team to be?
Yes, I want it to be the Seahawks.
Which we just talked about, but you didn't want them to be.
Well, that was never. I wanted it to be the opening. That's what I thought was going to be the opening game.
Okay.
So now I wanted it to be Bears Seahawks, and the reason for this is we're going to have to play them at some point, and we have to travel there at some point. But it's the only game the Bears have to play on the West Coast. The only game you have to play west of. Yeah, get it done. And there's because it's on a Wednesday. There's a 10-day gap between week 1 and week 2. So it's a long travel there and back. It's going to be a tough game. Get plenty of time to rest, ready for week 2, and that's the only logic. And plus, there's been quite a lot of changes in Seattle. They lost a few players on the defense, primarily, and their running back's going to get bedded in. So I think now is probably a good time. There might be a little bit of hangover from last year as well. So I like the idea of getting them when they're not up to full speed and when they're not. And when we get a rest afterwards, even if it does go badly, to rip off that Band-Aid.
Yeah, I hadn't considered, and I never do consider the travel that some of the teams have to do, and especially if that's the only one over there, then you don't have to make that trip and just keep everything on this side of the country. That's quite a legit reason. I'm enjoying these, to be fair, because they're a bit weird and varied. I took the Saints to go up against the Raiders week 1. For a couple of reasons. One, they're going to be starting Kirk Cousins. Don't like the guy, would like to beat the guy. 2, a lot of people are going to want eyes on the Raiders, and by doing so, they're going to watch the Raiders week 1. Mendoza isn't going to be starting. That's perfectly fine. But people will be watching, and then they're all going to see the mighty Tyler Shook just out there dropping absolute bombs on the Raiders, which is also great. And then thirdly, I don't want to necessarily play them when maybe Mendoza is starting. If we get him near the end of the season, he's got a 5-game pretty decent streak going. He just needs to get a couple of wins under his belt before the end of the year, and then they can concentrate on next season. I don't want to be one of those. So yeah, get him early, get some eyes on him, get a win, get to beat Kirk Cousins again, because that's just fun, isn't it? And yeah, look, black and gold, black and silver. Just there's a reason that the black and bronze are somewhere else, but
New Orleans party,
makes
Vegas
sense.
party.
That's it. Yeah, it's just pretty decent.
Would it be at Vegas or would it be at New Orleans?
Ooh,
Or does it not matter?
I don't really mind. I feel like because the Saints just perform in domes, it doesn't really matter whether we're here nor there. Let's send them away because they look crisp in the white, the clean white uniform. As far as like the away jerseys go, I think the Saints do a better job than most because, again, white and gold, a nice little combination of stuff. So yeah, we'll go to the Darth Vader's helmet and go beat him there.
Where actually are they playing? Because it'll be picked, won't it? Whether they play them home or away. It will be.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah, because it's not a divisional game.
You're playing them at home.
All right, fair enough. There we go. Home opener.
They've been Newlands. Yeah.
Bring them in. Yeah, that's the one for me. And then Pete, go on, give us the next question.
And then the inverse of that: who on your schedule would you not like to face in week 1? The absolute antithesis of this. So why don't you go first on this one, Joe?
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight in here. I don't want the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because I fear week 1 Baker. He just comes out in MVP form. He's in like mid-season fitness where nobody else apparently is. He's just like had his kid. He's got something to prove. Like he'll be able to like raise his baby and stuff. So no, not having any of that. So yeah, anyone but the Buccaneers for me. And look, I like Baker, but I don't really want to start off like that when they're all full, fit, and healthy as well, because they keep injuring themselves, which is great in a sense. So I just don't want all of that smoke right there and then. Plus, then I've got to listen to Murph giving it all this for a week. He's already an Arsenal fan, and I, in a previous life, supported Spurs. So, like, it's not a great time for it. In 1996, Alex, I finished 1 page of my Panini sticker book, and it was Tottenham. And that's how I became a Spurs fan, okay? Plus, Jurgen Klinsmann did a cool celebration.
Yeah, and in 1996, you had David Ginola, so, like, absolute fine. It's a silky, good-looking Frenchman. Why not? I don't understand that.
Oh, wait.
I'm more questioning Murph's allegiance to Arsenal. Absolutely.
Oh, he's like a season ticket holder, man. Like he was like
the most Arsenal fan.
Really?
Oh yes.
Right, boys.
So one thing that he loves more than Arsenal is hating Tottenham.
I'm really sorry, boys. You might have my resignation in the morning. I can't wait for this. This is.
I know.
This is.
Yeah, totally.
My God, really? Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know it changes some things, doesn't it?
We now definitely need to have him on this podcast, specifically after the season is finished when Manchester City have won the league. But yeah, like, please, the week after the football season, the UK football season is finished, please can we get him on this podcast so that I can make fun of the fact that Arsenal bottled it? Please, I would love that.
Only if Spurs stay up, because that's all we're going to get.
I mean, that one's a bit dicey. Anyway, that's UK football. We're not here for UK football. We're here for US football. But the fact that plus, what was it, till week 6, we were like, I specifically said Baker Mayfield might be the MVP. Said about week 6. So yeah, like I completely get that. Also, it's a contract year for Baker.
Is it already?
I believe it's a contract year for Baker. I've got that.
Did he just sign for 3?
I believe so.
I feel like it was
right.
4, and I might just be playing devil's advocate there.
No, he signed a 3-year deal. Yeah, he signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right. Damn. Prove it.
It's his final. Yeah, it's his final year. So he's going to make 30 million guaranteed in 2026. But obviously, then he'll need a new contract after this season. So yeah, he's going to ball out this year.
No, he's got 0 guaranteed money this year. He's got 0 guaranteed money.
Oh, he must have got 30 million last year then.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That was it.
Okay.
Sorry. Apologies.
33 a year. But
then he's going to be even more ruthless. I don't like this.
Absolutely.
Nothing is guaranteed apart from Baker Mayfield being the MVP. God damn it. So yeah, no, I don't want the Buccaneers. Hey, Pete, who do you not want week 1?
I really, really don't want the Lions week 1. The
Because
Bears,
they'll all start.
yes, they'll be healthy. Yeah, they won't have broken down by that point. The Bears lost 6 regular season games last year. 2 of them were to the Lions. And I don't know if you remember, but week 2 last year was an absolute bloodbath.
It was, yeah.
The Lions 52-21. It just got mauled, and the defense was still trying to get up to speed. There's been a lot of talk about that Bears fans, but the Lions offense, the line has been revamped, and but all of their skill players are still there. They've not really lost much apart from Khalif Raymond. So they've got the skill players in position there to succeed and to be really, really strong. Whereas the Bears have got a massively overhauled defense. It's very young, it's very inexperienced, and the Lions do a lot of really interesting coverages. And I think they need time to get up to that speed because I think they'll just get mauled otherwise. And I think the later in the season we can have that, like when they're not absolutely healthy, they will be much, much better. Yeah.
You want them when they've lost a bit of hope. That's it.
Yes. Yeah, whether they're full Detroit
You
mode.
can see the glint has gone from their eye. Dan Campbell's no longer talking about biting knees on the way up. None of that. Like he's just having regular press conferences.
Yeah, he's just got like a really, really loose tie, like Gil from The Simpsons. He's just
like his
worried he's
wife's on
job.
the verge of leaving him. Mortgage is up. And he's like, well, I don't know, guys. So, he could have gone better. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
We just need
that
this one win.
Then we're back on top. Yeah.
Dude's just like one-legged flips off the wall like he's I was gonna say Charlie Chaplin, but I think I meant somebody else.
Yeah.
Dean Martin?
You think he's singing in the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cary Grant, is it? I can't even remember.
There we go. Yeah, we've lost it. Look at us.
Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly, thank you. Yes, not Dean Cain. He was Superman in Clark and Lois. Yeah, two very different people.
By the way, really underrated show.
Which one?
Like
the
Superman
90s, like Superman, or the
Superman,
modern Superman Lois.
The modern CW Superman and Lois is actually not bad.
I heard it ended really well. Like
Yeah.
they actually put some effort in for once.
Yeah, oh yeah, and like Lex Luthor was like legitimately like a good villain in this one. It was great. Yeah, it was really good.
Love that.
I recommend it.
I'll give it a look.
Will and Grace, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
That's Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Amazing.
I think that would be my off-season thing. It's like every once a podcast during the off-season, I recommend somebody either TV or film so that they can do something during the off-season.
Absolutely. Alex, who do you not want the Chargers to meet in week 1?
It kind of builds up what I mentioned about the Seahawks because I kind of want us to be boring and out of the spotlight. So please, can I not have the Chiefs on Monday Night Football?
Oh, yeah, that'd be horrible, wouldn't it? That's even worse. What's worse, having to do the first game of the season against the Super Bowl champions or Monday Night Football against a division rival?
Right, I'm going to go Monday Night Football against the division rival because they will give it at Arrowhead.
Well, good news, you won't because they're playing the Broncos on Monday Night Football.
Has it been confirmed?
It's been leaked. So I believe it is near enough.
I love that these are the leaks that we're getting right now. It's such and such is playing such and such on Monday.
So if it's them, then the visiting games that the Chargers will have this year is obviously the Broncos Chiefs. We won't have them because obviously you've just said that's Monday Night Football. The Raiders, I don't care about them. They're basically the Middlesbrough of Newcastle. The Bills. I don't really care about the Bills. The Dolphins, right? Okay, that could be one that has to happen. Right, the Chargers open the Buffalo Bills brand new stadium.
Oh, yeah, you don't
Oh,
want to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I don't want
That's
that.
horrible.
That would be,
That crowd, man. That's going to be
Yeah.
the worst. Why have the Bills not got, like, prime time?
that's what I'm thinking as well. Unless they've got to go away for their opening fixture and their home one, because that was leaked. That was something that was leaked the other day as well, wasn't it? That the Bills, the Bills have got September 17th. They've got the Lions on Thursday Night Football. That Prime Video put that out yesterday, I think. So that won't be possible either. So no, the Chargers aren't playing the Bills because the Chargers have to go to Buffalo this year. So that one won't happen either. So the Dolphins, well, no one cares about the Dolphins. The Ravens.
That's the perfect one. That's what you should want.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe the Ravens. Let's go the Ravens. No, because I don't care about the Ravens either.
Really?
It's going to be the Seahawks, isn't it? It's going to be the Seahawks.
The game it doesn't
It's
run.
bloody going to be the Seahawks. It's just bloody going to be the Seahawks, isn't it? Oh my
He's
God.
willed it down.
I reckon. I think you're going to get the McDaniels Bowl. I think they're going to go Dolphins just to talk about Matt McDaniel, and just make it all about him. Week 1.
I'm not asked about that because we'll batter them. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you want to watch Justin Herbert sling for 5 touchdowns and do that lot, great. Like, yeah, let's go to the bloody Dolphins and let's see that. That's absolutely fine. The other one, the one that I don't want, is I don't want the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want the Texans. I don't want anything to do with the Texans. They are a scary, scary team.
All they did was add depth. The set of bastards.
They just had a really smart offseason and no one's talking about them either. Like, no one's talking about the Texans at all. Even their QB had a sensible haircut this year. Like,
That's worrying.
He's gone like Pete level of haircut. He's gone short back and sides. It is scary.
He's just given up, is what you're saying, Ian.
He's very handsome.
Sorry,
I should go for the short top and sides.
There it is.
I've grown it out like Hulk Hogan, okay?
The only thing I want from 2026, the rest of, is Pete to grow a fucking mullet. That's all I want now. I just want Pete to grow a mullet, please.
It's bold of you to call for my divorce.
You can tell it's the off-season, everybody that's listening still to this thing at 53 minutes in. You
I
can
don't
tell
think
it's
I've
the
laughed as much on any of our other shows. We're 35 in, and I'm dehydrated from crying at you two. Right, on to the main event, right? So you've put guess the international matchups, but step aside. All right, guys, I'm here. I've been doing the thing. All right, this is my jam. You stick me on Mastermind, and it'll be who's playing the UK games in 2026, 2027, and I'll crush it. I've been Miss Marpling all over this damn thing. So we know that there are 3 games in the UK. There are 2 at Spurs, 1 at Wembley. The one at Wembley is the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the other 2 are the Commanders have got a game, and the Jags have got another game at both at Spurs. Texans Jags has leaked to be the Wembley game, which I think is going to be an utter banger for once for the UK. Especially if that's the second weekend that Jacksonville are in the UK, because they're more acclimated. They've been there a longer time. They can benefit from some of the jet lag that the Texans may get from there. So for the sake of the Jags, I would hope that would be the second game. And but would you have like back-to-back games at Tottenham, or would you have game off than game.
That's
Interesting.
the thing, because normally don't they either have their bye week before they come to London because they have that 2-week spell, or after the
No,
the
because
2-week
it's
spell in London?
really, really early. Like October 4th, I think week 3 or week 4 is usually when they're coming in. So I think it'll be the first UK game, actually. I think it's been linked that I think it's October the 4th will be Texas Jags at Wembley. So that'll be the first one. So that we know, we've busted that one. I'm going to go to the Commanders next. And the possibilities of them were the Texans, the Colts, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Bengals, and the Falcons. They're the games that they could have. The Texans already have an international game. They're not going to do another one. The Rams already have an international game. The Falcons already have an international game. So we're already whittled down to the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Colts. And a hospitality company has already given up the goose. It's going to be the Colts versus the Commanders at Tottenham Stadium. Yeah, that's right. Finger on the pulse. I'm here with hospitality emails getting leaked. Yeah? That's the level of. Imagine if I put this much effort into my own job. Can you just imagine the things I would be able to achieve?
But
for Joel's boss watching, he does do that. That was a joke. This is a legend, my friend. It's a legend.
Claude, Chat, Copilot, we all put in our absolute effort into being the product manager for Cortex. I'm gonna get doxxed on LinkedIn. Imagine people will find me and like spam me. Go for it. Have at it. So right, here's the good one, the spice. So the Jags' other game is at Tottenham. We are already assuming that they've given up another home game. Oh no, they definitely have given up a home game because it is the first time anybody has given up 2 home games to be in a different country. Record breaking, because the Jags have to break a record every single year, and it has to be UK based. So they had to go back to back 2 games. This one's done it. So the possibilities are, again, the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, the Browns, the Steelers, the Eagles, the Commanders, and the Patriots. They're all of the teams that could play. Now I'm going to knock them out. The Texans, they're probably already playing them, unless they go crazy and somehow the Texans have 2 away games at the Jags' 2 home games, which is mathematically impossible. I think we can say the Texans aren't going to play twice. The Colts have been leaked by the hospitality to be playing the Washington Commanders. So we're kicking them out. The Titans, I haven't found anything that is going to stop the Tennessee Titans from playing in the UK. So they're a possibility. The Cleveland Browns are rumored to be playing the Saints in Paris. So they're already going to have an international game. That was rumored a long time ago. I'm going to come to the Steelers in a second because they're the more fun of the record. The Eagles is a possibility. So we've got Titans, Eagles are possible. The Commanders are already playing a UK game, so they can't be doing it. The Patriots is also possible. So Titans, Eagles, Patriots, all possible. Now the Steelers. I like this because I also found things on Reddit. That's when you know you're into the good stuff. So the Steelers were blocked from being a opponent of the Jacksonville Jaguars in the UK. The Jags have protected their home game because, and I quote, Mr. Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, yeah, I'm citing sources now, according to multiple sources, the Jaguars protected their home game against the Steelers, meaning it will be likely played in Jacksonville and not the capital of England. He goes on to say, with the Steelers having a rabid global fan base, the Jags wanted to prevent the Steelers from taking over their home game in London. They quote, they don't want to give up a game against the Steelers because they know it's guaranteed to sell out based on the way Steelers fans gobble up seats in opposing stadiums. And the Jags aren't playing in their home stadium this year as well, are they? They are, Alex, whereabouts?
Oh gosh,
I want to say it's like
That's-
Disneyland or something.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's one of the college teams around there anyway. So yeah, I didn't know the Jags could protect particular games. So that's interesting. Like teams that are like you have to give up a weekend, and they go, well, not this team. We don't want them over there. My cousin Chris.
No, they're still,
not best,
they're still
please.
playing at Everbank Stadium.
I'm sure they're having some renovations.
They are. They're still
and-
playing though. It's going to reduce their capacity to 42,000 for the 2026 season as part of their stadium future.
Crikey, half of Wembley. So yeah, I found it incredibly interesting that they've blocked the Steelers from being able to do that. It's a strange move and an interesting insight that I will include in my sleuthing of next year to see who's blocking who. So the Jags could possibly have the Titans, the Eagles, the Patriots. Out of the three, just on vibes, I think it's probably the Patriots. They'll end up coming over here. Don't
I like
the Eagles.
Yeah, I like the Eagles one as well because it's been 2 years since they were last here.
A little bit longer. We had Eagles Jags 2018, I think. You know, the year Jimmy Graham played for Green Bay.
There it is. So that could be another one because don't they? The Eagles don't like giving up their home games either. So if it's an away game, that could be one. And they could be like, oh, one of them teams is like, oh, we'll just do it in a week. We'll just do it there. Like we'll fly out on the Thursday, play on the Sunday, and come back on the Monday, and it'll be fine.
They've played a few Mexico games, haven't they, recently?
Yeah.
They've tried to keep their... We'll do international as long as it can be in the same time zone. We don't have to worry about all of the jet lag or anything like that.
Mm.
So that's another one. I love the fact that the Steelers get it blocked because the Jaguars clearly watched the Dublin game.
Yeah, that was much
yeah.
yellow grab.
Yeah.
Them towels, man.
The Steelers basically turned Dublin into the yellow brick road of Oz. Like it was brutal over there for them, and like I don't even know who they were playing. It doesn't matter because it was just a Steelers home game.
Yeah,
it was decent as well, actually, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't see it being the Titans either. I don't think they'd want a divisional game abroad.
Well, that's it. They've already got one divisional game as well, so the Jags have given up.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably clever. If they're used to it, they know they've got their record in the UK is better than it is historically in Jacksonville. So I think it gives them an edge on those games. There'll be something sensible to it. But I just don't think the NFL would want that.
I think out of the three, they're more likely to beat the Titans. And in fact, actually, that doesn't even matter. Out of the three, they're more likely to get more fans than the Titans.
Yes.
I think the Eagles having won a Super Bowl and the Patriots being on Family Guy has ruined this country into supporting both of them. So the Titans would be the money choice to make sure that you have more of a fan base for the Jags and it being a home game.
And over the last 2 years, you've got the Eagles stuff has been sold in Primark for like dirt cheap as well, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And if the Patriots come over, the Jags should have a colour rush kit of the London Silly Nannies. Let's have a family buy callback. That'd be brilliant.
You definitely should. Honestly, that episode and them winning every Super Bowl really. Harry Kane's a Patriots fan. I guarantee you, it's because he watched Family Guy.
Yeah,
that's. There is no way in hell it just happened to land on the Patriots. No, absolutely no.
It's also because Harry Kane's a dirty glory sport.
Best player in football.
One of. The other one is a 18-year-old lad called Yumi Namal. Like that kid's insane.
But the only person whose opinion that supports a really, really good team that I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough, is what's his face? Superman.
Snoop Dogg.
No.
Who'd you say?
International. I've forgotten his name. Superman. Not
Dean
Colin
Cain.
Sweat. DCU Superman. Why can't I remember his name?
Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's a Chiefs fan, but he's a Chiefs fan before Mahomes because he's like, the only thing that will stay with me through my career is that I was Superman, and Superman's grew up in Kansas. So that's the reason he's a Chiefs fan.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
Yes,
I like that.
that's so cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's way better
That's
than Paul Rudd. Like, let's give more credit to Henry Rudd. Henry Cavill.
Henry Rudd.
Let's give more credit to Henry Cavill. Like, Paul Rudd's had his time. That's it. Fine enough. Henry Cavill, you could be the guy now. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Not to give him like any like airtime, and we're clearly not talking about this or anything, but like everybody saw that like Ruggs is up for parole and thinks he's going to come back to the NFL, didn't you?
No.
Speaking of Henrys and Ruggs,
I mean, to be fair to him, it was a mistake, and he was he was mortified after it. It wasn't like some of the things that other people do that are horrendous. It was a really horrible thing.
Deshaun Watson,
sorry. Exactly.
Sorry.
Deshaun Watson, for anybody that missed that from Alex's cough, starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson.
Disgusting.
A guy who, ironically, was drafted for his speed. I don't think after several years in prison is going to be the athlete that he once was. He might get a job in the CFL.
He actually still has it. I saw somewhere that he did a under 4.540 still in prison. I'm going to have to Google it very quickly so I can double check it.
Was Big Dave chasing after him?
He was chasing after Big Dave. I'll give Alex one more. Is he fan? No, right. And I don't know who slipped this in at the last second, but the far too early to predict the final game of the season, aka the Super Bowl. What did he do? 404? No,
440.
Jesus Christ!
He did an Apollo. Wow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow.
But really, you want to predict the Super Bowl right now, Pete?
Why not? But it changes by the beginning of the season. It's going to be interesting.
Okay. I haven't written mine in here because I read it too late, but I think it's going to be Rams Ravens because I just like the alliteration that it makes. I think Rams Ravens sounds punchy.
Nice. I like that.
Where is it this year?
SoFi Stadium.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've had some like home teams in the Super Bowl in recent years, so yeah, I like that a lot more now. Yeah. Give me Rams Ravens.
Yeah, I like that.
Also, Ravens got the new duds, haven't they? So that'll look good on camera, especially under the lights at SoFi. Not saying that's why they'll make it there, but it could be.
I like it. I like it a lot. It'd be nice for Lamar to actually get to the big game as well.
Yes, yeah. I think he has to. I think at least to just. I think he could. If it comes down to them, I would hope that they would win it. Just because it'd be nice to see. Alex, who do you think is going to win this? Who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
Give me the Chargers, Bears.
Yeah. Okay, but the Saints are refereeing it. We're doing it WWE style.
Just give me
an all-pod Super
game.
Bowl.
Yeah, give me a game that can single-handedly break this podcast.
Oh, that'd be magnificent. That would be magnificent. That'd be a dream come true.
It
would for me. I'd just be rubbing my hands together. But then Sophie's choice, I'd have to pick my favorite kid one night at that point.
Yeah, you pick just Pete, like what we're doing. Don't even give me Sophie's choice. You're picking Pete.
You just throw a knife in the middle of the two of us and say, "Go at it."
Yeah.
Tryouts.
that'd be
I reckon it's going to be. I think the Bills get there this year.
I don't think
I
the
do.
Bills ever will.
I think it's really boring. It's Bills, or if Mahomes is ready for week 1, it's going to be the Chiefs. I think that'll be Comeback Player of the Year and all of that. But I think it's going to be Bills v. I should have thought about this when I put the question down. I think Bills 49ers.
Bills
Yeah.
Niners.
Yeah, I think.
Right.
I think the Lions end up being the 1 seed in the NFC, and then they go 1 and done in the playoffs, and the Niners win it. That's my hot take.
Rams. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything that they would like to share with the class before we call it for the day?
Yeah. Just one final thing: the fact that Deshaun Watson's the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns is disgusting.
Hold on. Yeah, sound effects. Boom. But it's very Cleveland, isn't it?
But his best weapon is now playing for the Chargers. So, hey.
Whee! Yeah, he is out on a high. Joker, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching. Cool outro, ready. That's right. 13.1 miles of grueling Leeds weather and terrible accents. And I survived. And Pete's just vanished. Cool in the game. All right.